Tonight, these four people meet to compete for the prizes of a lifetime on The Price is Right, presented by Griffin, famous family of fine quality shoe polish, paste wax, liquid wax, all white and new Griffin scuff cover. For brightest shines at the lowest price, get Griffin. And now your host on The Price is Right, and here he is, Bill Cullen.
Hello there. Morning. Hi. Hello. Hello. How to do? And welcome to The Price is Right. Oh, let me see, all kinds of things. I'm going to dispense with the things I usually remind you of and say this. It is very infrequent that we talk about some of the prizes that are going to come up on the program. But on tonight's show, there is a prize that is so different and so unusual that I want, at this moment, to call your attention to it. It will be our final prize. It will be shown in about 24, 25 minutes. I can't talk about it until then, but I do recommend that you stay with us and watch for it, because you never saw one of these under these circumstances. I think it'll be familiar to you, but that's all the clue I'm going to give you. All right, let's go over here and say hello to bargain hunters. Mrs. Dorothea Huggins, a supervisor from Murraysville, PA. She won it last week with a total of $9,142 worth of merchandise. And welcome back. What kind of supervising you do, Dorothea?
Oh, Bill, I'm glad you asked that. Everyone was wondering whether I was road supervisor or tax supervisor or what.
Yeah, what?
I work at the telephone company, and I'm in charge of customers' bills, so no complaints, please.
No. Get to mine and rip it up, will you? Here's Mr. William Reynolds, a salesman from Kernersville, North Carolina. Is this your first trip here, Bill?
No, Bill. I was raised in New Jersey, and I'm up visiting my parents for Thanksgiving. I married a girl from North Carolina and live there now.
And she let you out for the trip back home.
That's right.
All right. Here's Mrs. Barbara Wiltsey, a housewife from Poughkeepsie. Do you have children at home, Barbara?
Yes, I do, Bill. I have three little ones. I have a boy, Danny, 6.5, and a girl, Doris, 4, and a baby, Daryl, who is 1 year old today.
Well, now that takes care of the family. Here's Mr. Henry Freeman. He is self-employed from right here in New York. Have you always been a New Yorker, Hank?
No, only for the past 27 years.
27 years.
In 37.
Where did you
I
come
came from Europe.
From Europe.
That's right.
Well, we are very happy to have you here, Mr. Freeman.
I'm happy to be here.
And I'll tell you what I'll do. Before we start our game, I'd like to give each of you a wonderful gift package from the makers of Griffin shoe polishes, and there's Judy with it right there. All right, let's start. The Price is Right. You bid for the merchandise we present. Go as high as you like and stop wherever you like. It goes to the one who bids the highest without going over. Big winner gets a chance to come back next week, take on 3 new challengers. Now, if you'll take a look at the draperies over there to your far left, Don Pardo will tell you all about our first item going up for bid.
A 1962 station wagon. The new Chevrolet Bel Air 4-door station wagon with magic mirror finish, jet smooth ride, and full coil suspension. It's a 6-passenger design and is equipped with a 170 horsepower V8 engine, heater and defroster, plus the following optionals: Power Glide automatic transmission, antifreeze, and white wall tires. This handsome station wagon has a tailgate opening nearly 5 feet across for easy loading. A brand new 1962 Chevrolet station wagon for you, if the price is right. Price Authority, Chevrolet Motor Division, General Motors Corporation, Detroit, Michigan.
All right, now a reminder, you're bidding for the Chevrolet station wagon at its FOB delivered price, Flint, Michigan. Now, minimums are going to be $100. We will begin as usual with number 1. Mrs. Huggins, that's you.
$200.
$200 to Mr. Reynolds.
Oh, I'd love to have that, Bill.
Thank you, sir.
$500.
Up to $500 to Mrs. Wiltsey.
600, please.
It's $600 to Mr. Freeman.
750.
And first time through, the range is $2 to $750, Mrs. Huggins.
1,000.
Even 1,000, Mr. Reynolds.
1,400, Bill.
You are 6, top 14, Mrs. Wiltsey.
15.
You are 7.5, top is twice that, Mr. Freeman.
1,700.
1,700, 1,000 to 1,700, back to our starter.
2,000.
Even 2,000, a $300 raise, Mr. Reynolds.
2,100.
$100 raise, Mrs. Wiltsey.
2350.
Oh, it's $23.50 to you, Mr. Freeman.
2,500.
Up to 25, and we're back to Mrs. Huggins, who began.
26, Bill.
26, that's the minimum. Mr. Reynolds.
2,800, Bill.
28,
$29.50.
29.50.
3,000.
We have minimums of $100, Mr. Priest.
3,050.
Thank you, sir. That's the minimum. Back to you, Mrs. Huggins, if you want to go on.
I'll freeze, Bill.
One out. You are 28. Top 30.50, Mr. Reynolds. 3050.
What's the highest bid, Bill?
3050.
3050. 3150, Bill.
Mrs. Wiltsey, you are 29.50, and this is now your final bid. To follow you.
33.50, Bill.
Mr. Freeman is 30.50. It is his final bid.
Freeze.
Mr. Reynolds is 31.50. Top 30.
I freeze.
It's over then. That's it. All right, let's look at the bids from left to right. The low is first 2,600, then 31.50, then a high of 33.50, then $3,050. Those are the bids. There's your station wagon. Here's the actual retail price. The actual retail price is $3,173. Mr. Reynolds, it is yours. There you are, $31.73.
Thank you so much.
You are more than welcome.
Wonderful. I never knew I could do
Congratulations
it.
to you.
I never knew I could do it.
Our bids are instantaneously recorded on our tote machines furnished by the American Totalizator Company, a division of Universal Control Incorporated. Now, we're going to be back here with, in just a moment, with another interesting prize. But first, I'd like you to see an interesting machine, a machine designed to benefit you. Now, this is the Griffin Flexerciser, and it's just one of the machines in Griffin's product testing program. Now, its job is to make sure that Griffin shoe polish always gives you brighter, longer lasting shines. Now, this machine duplicates the action of your shoes as you walk. It tests the ability of a shoe polish to hold a shine in the critical flexible zone, which you can see is right here. The critical area where a polish just has to be good or the shine just fades away fast. But test after test proves Griffin's new long-wearing formula of finest waxes, lanolin, and silicones really holds a shine and lasts, even in the flexible zone, which means you get brighter, longer lasting shines on the entire shoe. Once more, Griffin's a snap to open. Now, you just watch this. There you are. And that's, well, snap. There's the snap right there. No more fumbling with coins and no more broken fingernails. So next time you get Griffin, it's proved by test to give you brighter, longer lasting shines. And Griffin saves you money, too. Okay, are you all set? If you are, we are. Watch the turntable here to our right. And Dawn, tell us all about our next item going up for bids.
An unusual hutch. There it is. Handcrafted custom cabinetry in smart contemporary styling with hand-polished light walnut veneers. The hutch top section contains an illuminated bar with a Formica serving shelf. And the base is actually a stereo hi-fi set. The fabulous Phonovox Royal Dane Series 1 console, a self-contained unit with 4-speed record changer, record storage space, push-button stereo controls, and simulcast AM/FM and shortwave radio, plus a total of 10 speakers. This fabulous Phonovox stereo bar hutch console unit will be yours if you make the best bid. Price Authority, Videola Erie Corporation, Brooklyn, New York.
Thank you, Don. Ladies, we start with you, Mr. Reynolds, winner thus far. Minimums, again, $100. You may start higher if you'd like.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, sir. It said some beautiful things to me about you a little while ago. Just give us any old place start.
$300.
Mrs. Wiltsey
$400.
and Mr. Freeman.
500.
Back to Mrs. Huggins.
$650.
Range is 3 to 650. Mr. Reynolds.
Bill, before I left, my wife wanted a hi-fi. What's the highest bid, Bill?
$650.
$750.
Mrs. Wiltsey is 4,
$850.
and Mr. Freeman is 5.
I freeze.
Mr. Freeman's out. 3 left. Ms. Huggins is 650. Top is 850.
What's the highest?
850.
$950.
Mr. Reynolds.
$1,100.
Mrs. Wiltsey.
$1,250.
Okay. You're $950. Top is $1,250, Mrs. Huggins, and this is your final bid.
Freeze.
Mr. Reynolds is 11. Top 12.
Freeze.
And that ends the bidding as fast as it began there. Well, let's see what we have. From left to right, $950, $1,100. Mrs. Wiltsey is high with $1,250, and Mr. Freeman stopped way back there at $500. Those are the bid. Here's your hi-fi hutch. In here is the actual retail price, which is $1,995. Mrs. Wiltsey, it is yours. There you are. Pass that along to Miss Wiltsey there. And you got a bonus. Well, let me see, Miss Wiltsey. Naturally, some of the records that you play on your new hi-fi will be the work of songwriting teams. Now, you're not going to have to write a song, but the other half of your word rhyming team is your husband. He has been waiting backstage with the mates of our other 3 contestants, so let's bring him in right now. Come on in here, Mr. Wiltsey. Surprise to your wife and to a lot of people. Now, on this board, sir, is a list of 8 words. Now, would you take your chalk there and check any 5 of those words? Any 5 of those words. Now, you don't know why. We'll explain a little later on. Wing, hawk, house, ship, drink, heat, wedding, hag. He checks wing. 5 of them all together, 4 more. He skips a few and goes to ship. He checks a drink. And that's 3. Heat is 4. You have 1 more. What would it be, wedding or hag? And watch it, there are psychologists watching the show. He picks wedding. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Wiltsey, and I'll take the chalk. Thank you ever so much for coming. Well, now, Miss Wiltsey, I'm going to go over these a little more heavily so everyone can see. There are the various ones checked. I'm very good at this. Some of the things I do best. All right, now, your husband has checked these 5 words. Now, let me read them to you. They are wing, ship, drink, heat, and wedding. You notice he skipped hag, but that's not important. Your job now is to rhyme each of those 5 words for a prize which we can deliver to your home. Something that you want, but remember, it must be deliverable to your home. Now, every time you rhyme one of your husband's words with a prize, you will win that prize. All right? What will you rhyme with the word wing? Now, don't anybody help because it affects the...
Ring?
You say ring. It certainly rhymes with ring. And you have just won yourself a 1-carat diamond ring. Now go on, let's see how well you do.
No.
How about forget hawk and house and go to ship? What do you say there?
Whip.
Huh?
Whip?
Whip. We will give you a whip, Mrs. Wiltsey. It will be solid leather. What would you rhyme with drink? You got the ring. Now, what do you rhyme with drink?
Sink?
Sink. You will get a brand new sink with our compliments. Aren't you sorry you didn't say mink? What would you rhyme?
Oh.
What would you rhyme with heat? And think it over a little bit. I mean, take as much as a second and a half. Heat.
Oh, I can't think.
Well, skip that and go down to wedding. We'll come back to heat. Wedding.
Shedding.
Shedding. All right. We are going to get you a collie dog at the time. Do collies shed? All right, you'll get yourself a pedigreed shedding collie dog. And let's get back up here to heat. And what do you want to rhyme with heat? Say the first thing that comes to your mind, if you dare. Yeah?
Meat?
Meat, all right. We will give you 100 steaks. How's that? That's meat. So you got 100 steaks, and you got everything else. But I suppose the most important thing of all is you have that 1-carat diamond ring. All the other things that you rhyme. Congratulations to you. There you go. That's a good start.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you didn't do too badly. For you at home, here's your final look at the current Price is Right sweepstakes. All it takes is your estimate of the price of one item, that's all. You can send in all the postcards you like. If you're the winner, not only do you win the fabulous prizes, but then we'll bring you to New York and you'll appear as a contestant on the program. So if you're ready, take a good look and listen carefully.
What's your bid for this 1962 Corvette? The exciting new Corvette by Chevrolet, a dashing American sports car with a plastic reinforced glass body and manually operated soft top. It's equipped with a heater and defroster plus the following optionals: 360 horsepower fuel injection V8 engine with 11.25 to 1 compression ratio, 4-speed synchromesh manual transmission, anti-freeze, signal-seeking radio, positive traction rear axle, and white wall tires. Next, a glamorous fragrance from France in this fabulous bottle of Arpège perfume by Lanvin, the elegant round black and gold design holding 8 full ounces of wonderful imported Arpège perfume. Car and perfume, both yours, if you win the car sweepstakes.
Before we get into this next item, Miss Wiltsey, I have just talked to our producer, a chap by the name of Legree, and he has looked high and low and made calls to all his contacts. There seems to be a run on whips here in New York. We could not find a whip at any of our favorite stores, all the famous department stores here in New York. So instead, would you accept a trip for two to Bermuda with our compliments? All right. All right, while you mull that over, take a look at those draperies over there to your left, and here's our next one going up for bid.
A complete den and playroom. An impressive collection of casual furniture by the Williams Furniture Corporation, constructed of sturdy solid oak and oak veneers with a hand-rubbed wax terracotta gray finish. In the den section, there's a charming platform rocker, a 70-inch sofa with colorful upholstery over foam rubber cushions, with a step-end table on either side and a matching rectangular coffee table in front. And there's an orange tweed armchair with matching ottoman. The playroom area contains a handsome wall unit consisting of 2 open hutches, a TV hutch, storage cabinet, commode, and hi-fi cabinet, a daybed in colonial print complete with bolsters, a versatile corner unit made up of a desk and a corner hanging hutch, and a black plastic-topped snack bar with 3 matching bar stools. And finally, a compartmented game table with 8 captain's chairs with red, green, and black cushions. A total of 29 impressive pieces of casual oak furniture. Price authority, Williams Furniture Company, Sumter, South Carolina.
Mrs. Wiltsey, it becomes your happy lot to start, and it's a one-bid item. One bid. I'll give all of you time to think of what you'd bid as close as you can without going over. 29 pieces. None of the decorations are being bid for. Put it that way, bidded on. Okay, Miss Wiltsey, give us a guess.
$25.50.
Mr. Freeman, you have 5 seconds to bid anywhere, over or under.
2,300.
We have 23 and 25.50, Miss Huggins. 5 seconds.
Bill, my son and his wife could use that. 3,000.
We have 23, 25.50, and 3,000, Mr. Reynolds.
$22.50, Bill.
It's over, and here are the bids. High of 3,000 starts, then a low of 22.50, then 25.50, and then 2,300. Over there is your family room, 29 pieces, solid oak and oak veneers. In the envelope for the actual retail price, which is $1,866.50. Everybody overbid. I am sorry. Let me show you 2 things here. One, there is the price tag. Take a look at it. And 2, you notice there were more cards than one. Great, big, long, fabulous bonus that will have to go until another time. Speaking of that, there'll be all kinds of things to challenge your bidding skill in a moment, but first, message about the new tablet for cough control, Dondro Anti-Cough Tablets.
At last, you can stop useless coughing fast, anytime, any place, with Dondrill Anti-Cough Tablets. This tiny tablet and a sip of water actually stops coughing for hours. Dondrill not only quiets nerves that control coughing, but also relieves bronchial congestion, eases tightness in chest, checks postnasal irritation that often starts the coughing spasm. It's the modern, convenient way to stop useless coughing. Get Dondrill Anti-Cough Tablets.
And now, a word about heat.
Arthritis or rheumatism's minor pain, no matter how hard you rub, no salve, no liniment penetrates into muscles, joints, bones. Now get immediate relief, hours of relief. Get heat. Heat works the only counter-irritation way doctors everywhere accept. Brush on heat. Immediately, heat penetrates into your skin, replaces such pain arising from deep inside with soothing warmth. Relief lasts for hours. For arthritis or rheumatism's minor pain, get immediate relief. Get heat.
Well, you remember at the beginning of the show, I said something about our final item. Panel, our final item is, and I mean this in every sense of the word, literally a work of art. Now, as you might know, castings are made from original sculpture, and a certain number of castings are authorized by the artist himself, his estate, or those people designated as legal protectors of his work. Now, each casting is signed and numbered, and eventually the mold is destroyed so that only a limited number may exist. Now, what you are about to see right now is a casting of one of the most important and famous pieces of sculpture in the world. Watch over there to your left. Don Pardo, tell us about our final item going up for bids.
Rodin's Thinker. The original Thinker in this size was created by Rodin in 1899 as a study for the larger one, which was shown in 1904. There are only 12 in existence of this almost 30-inch high bronze casting issued by the Rodin Museum in Paris. This is number 5 of the series of 12, signed and numbered, and there will probably not be another casting for another 100 years. This prized possession, the Thinker by Rodin, in bronze, standing almost 30 inches high, will be yours if the price is right. Price Authority, Nordness Gallery, New York.
Mr. Freeman, we're going to ask you to open the bidding with a bid of at least $5,000. You may open higher if you'd like.
5,200.
Minimums are $100, $5,200 to Mrs. Huggins.
55.
Mr. Reynolds,
6,000.
even 6, Mrs. Wiltsey.
68.
68 to Mr. Freeman, who's at 52.
7,000.
$7,000, Mrs. Huggins.
8,000.
$8,000, Mr. Reynolds.
$10,000.
A raise of $2,000, up to $10,000, Mrs. Wiltsey.
Bill, that's fabulous.
It is that, and famous.
12,000.
$12,000, Mr. Freeman. You are 7,000.
13,000.
A raise of a full 1,000 to Mrs. Huggins, who's at 8. Minimums are 100, I remind you.
What is the high bid, Bill?
13,000.
13,100.
13,100 as we get a little cautious, Mr. Reynolds.
13,500.
13,500, Mrs. Wiltsey.
13,800.
Mr. Freeman, 13,800.
13,900.
13,900, and we're back to our champion.
14.
Even 14,000, Mr. Reynolds.
15,000.
Raise of 1,000 again, Mrs. Wiltsey.
Bill, 15,500.
15,500 to Mr. Freeman.
15,600.
15,600 to Mrs. Huggins, who's at an even 14.
15,700.
Mr. Reynolds is 15.
16,000.
Mrs. Wiltsey is 15,500.
16,800.
Mr. Freeman is 15,600. Top is 16,800.
16,900.
16,900, Mrs. Huggins. You're 15,700.
17.
$17,000, Mr. Reynolds. You're 16,000.
17,200.
17,200, Mrs. Wiltsey.
18,000, Bill.
Around 18,000, and that buzzer means finals. Mr. Freeman, you are 16,900. Top is 18,000. This is your last bid.
18,100. Yours was 18,100. 18,200.
Mrs. Huggins is 17. Top is 18,200. Your last bid.
Freeze.
Mr. Reynolds is 17,200. Top is 18,002. Your last bid.
I'm paralyzed. $26,000.
Mrs. Wiltsey is 18,000. Top is 26,000. Last bid of the game.
26,100.
Okay, you go really the only way you could in that. You were sort of in a pocket. Here are our bids, $17,000. Then it gets a little higher. 26,000. 26,001. Mrs. Wiltsey is high, 18,002. There is Rodin's Thinker. Look closely while I get in the envelope and think. The actual retail price of the Thinker by Rodin, $20,000 Mr. Freeman, it belongs to you. Pass that along. We'll have the final scores and the name of the big winners, if you didn't know, as soon as the tabulation is complete. Don Pardo, what are the final scores over there?
Very quickly, Bill, this is Huggins. We're sorry you didn't win anything tonight, but you did very well last week. Congratulations. Mr. Reynolds has won for a total of $3,173. Mrs. Wilsey has won for a total of $5,195. And Mr. Freeman, the sculptor, for a total of $20,000. Bill, name him, please.
Mr. Henry Freeman, New York City and proud owner of Rodin's Thinker. Congratulations, Mr. Freeman. Miss Huggins, our thanks to you. To you, Mr. Reynolds, and you, Mr. Wiltsey. For the name of the winner in the car sweepstakes, why don't you join us again next 2 weeks from now. We'll not be with you next week because of a special NBC telecast, Japan, East is West in color. So we'll see you in 2 weeks or tomorrow morning on the daytime Price is Right on the same station. Until then, thank you, congratulations, Mr. Freeman, and so long from The Price is Right.
The Price is Right has been brought to you by Griffin, famous family of fine shoe polish. Griffin paste wax, liquid wax, all white, and scuff cover. Griffin for brighter, longer-lasting shines. The Price is Right is a Mark Goodson, Bill Topman production. This is Don Pardo speaking.